Before I go any further, I want to point out that the spirit of Antichrist will be with us until the end of the age. But the Antichrist that would sit in the temple and call himself God and persecute Christians has already been during the Dark Ages, and the evidence is overwhelming. This belief was so convincing that it empowered many Christians to die for their faith during the Dark Ages. The Futurist teaching is that the Antichrist will appear in the future and his name will add up to 666. It's important to see in Scripture that it's not necessarily a man's name, but rather a man's title, so it could apply to a reign of men like the popes in Rome. The same Greek word translated as name, anoma, in Revelation 13:17-18, is also used in chapter 19:16 as a man's title. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. It is the number of a man, and his number is 666. The Reformers realized that this perfectly fitted the reign of the popes during the Dark Ages, and Martin Luther pointed it out to Pope Leo X. The popes have the title of Vicarius Filidae, Vicar of Christ in place of Christ. The word Antichrist does not mean against Christ, but rather in the place of Christ. Vicarius means substituting for or in place of. Filii means son, and Dei means God. Look at how each letter with its number adds up to 666. Irenaeus, in 15 AD to 202 AD, who was contemporary to those who had known the Apostle John, found that in Greek, which was the language in which the New Testament was written, the word Latinos, the name the Pope was called, added up to 666. Latinos in Greek means Latin man. The letters of the Greek alphabet are also used as numerals, and therefore each letter has a numeral value, and they added up to 666. The Pope was also called the Roman man, which in Hebrew is Remiti, and this also added up to 666. So we see that in the three languages of the day, his name adds up to 666. What more evidence could you ask for? In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall the matter be established. Deuteronomy 19:15. Because the modern futurist teachers now ignore the teachings of the Reformers, they keep trying to find out who the future Antichrist is. Was he the Kaiser of Germany in World War I? Was he Hitler in World War II? Was he Kennedy or Kissinger, just to name a few? All have been proved wrong. Recently, Saddam Hussein was meant to be the Antichrist, but that all came to nothing. To say now that the popes of the Dark Ages were the Antichrist isn't that PC anymore, and can now be regarded as hate speech. It doesn't make for a Hollywood movie like Left Behind either.